Daily Broadside, day 719. What are we thinking is up with the Michelin Man's penis? I mean, he's made out of white tires. He doesn't seem to be wearing any pants. Is he a eunuch, or is like there some kind of tire penis that's made out of tires? And I'm not interested. I'm just curious, it seems odd, what is it? Is it Kermit that doesn't wear pants? Fozzie the Bear, they don't wear pants, but they don't have genitals. Maybe characters like that take on anthropomorphic traits aren't supposed to have genitalia. Obviously none of them ever have kids, although no, Kermit, that's a nephew, I think, is that little frog that hangs out with him. Yeah, they don't really ever have babies. Of course, that would be difficult to explain to the kids, yesterday, I think, Dutch died from a Karate Kid. I can't remember his first name, but I didn't know this, but he was, one of the douchebag Cobra Kai people that beats up, what's his name? Not Johnny. That's the bad guy. Ralph Macchio's character. Daniel, right? Who I want to fight myself. I've never liked Ralph Macchio. And anybody that squares off to me with this as their defense, put your hand down. You're just going to get your fingers broken, And here's the other thing, right? So, what was I saying? Oh, he's Steve McQueen's son. I didn't know that. Who knew that Steve McQueen's son, had a run-in with Daniel's son? I didn't know Steve McQueen had kids. I thought he was just a race car driving, fun-loving dude, lived fast, died young kind of thing. But apparently he had a couple kids. So Dutch is out. So all the Cobra Kai are slowly dying off because I think we lost one here a year or so ago. But that's okay. A lot of people will tell you that without knowing anything about it, it's like one of those things they've always heard, so they always believe it, that one person in the firing squad has the bullet and all the other people are shooting blanks so that nobody really knows who was the person who ended the person's life. A couple problems with that. The first thing is you can clearly tell a recoil difference between a blank and a regular bullet. That's the first thing. And anybody who's gotten to the level of accuracy that they trust you to shoot someone in the heart, to end their life, I think they probably know the difference in recoil, So that's the first thing. Okay, that's dumb. The second thing is, if you've gotten to the point where, you're essentially the dude in the black hood that has the what was it called? The guillotine guy, that wears the black hood and all. If you've gotten to the point that you're one of the people that, sets off the gas chamber or injects people or, or hanging, whatever kind of capital punishment you're involved in. If that's your job, I'm pretty sure you've made peace with the fact that you may have to off somebody. I don't think you're going to lose sleep about it, overnight. I could be wrong, but that just seems dumb to me. So there's that. Everybody that says that stuff is, one person has the bullet and nobody else knows so that they can all sleep at night and nobody gets depressed and all that. I don't think that's what you would choose as your line of work if that was the deal with, what you're thinking. And I'll say this, it's been said before already, but I've got another confession to make. I'm your fool. Old Dave Grohl. Don't get married if you're going to traipse around, on your wife while you're out on tour, Unless she's into that and she's cool with it, just don't get married. I mean, it would be so much easier than, look at the rock star, and not all rock stars do it, but look at all the rock star marriages. Tommy Lee, for example, comes to mind. He's been married like 4 or 5 times. Like, why are you looking to be married? Actually, everybody in that band's been married 4 or 5 times, I don't know about John 5, but Mick had been married a couple times. Vince had 3 or 4 wives. He's probably on his 4th. Like, everybody in Motley Crue's been, and it's like, if you're going to live this like debaucherous, decadent lifestyle, then why do you want to settle down? I don't understand the 2 sides of the pen there that we're writing the book with. Doesn't make any dang sense, just go out and gallivant across groupie land, and let that be your thing, And the last thing I'll say is that, the other night in the debate, it was this thing about how, all these animals weren't getting offed, cats and dogs and ducks and swan and whatnot. And I found it odd that ABC had vetted that question before had a response, not knowing he was going to say anything about that. I don't know why they would have sought out some bureaucrat that obviously would tell them whatever they want to hear if they asked the right one. But more to the point, I had already heard, situations. There's that famous cat video where the lady's eating a cat, I couldn't imagine eating raw cat. I couldn't imagine eating cooked cat, much less raw cat. But here's what I'd like to say. There have also been a lot of Haitians that I have seen in the news. But that's what they do, okay? If you go to India, you're not allowed to kill cows. They're sacred. But we do it all the time. There's people in Vietnam, I believe, that eat dog. We domesticate them and play with them in our yard, And so while I don't fault the people that did the offing of the animals, because obviously it has happened, and that was a grave misnomer that the ABC David, what's his name, put out when he said that no instances have been reported, when they have, but clearly. More to the point, I don't think we should really judge the people that are destroying the animals for food, because all across the country or all across the world, people eat weird stuff. We're considered weird for eating some of the stuff we eat. We eat goat and pig and lamb and all kinds of stuff, where in other countries they wouldn't consider. They would consider those, it's like, what is it, Samuel Jackson or John Travolta? One of them said, it's a dirty animal. But, it was Samuel Jackson. He's like, in Pulp Fiction, it's a dirty animal. I don't eat any swine because it's a dirty animal, whatever. Okay, cool. But I bet he didn't judge people who did. It's fine if you want to do it. In fact, he might have said that. I don't remember. It's kind of a dumb movie. Pulp Fiction's lost on me. I don't think it's as good as people think it is. But anyway, the form that it was filmed in, I like. The linear, whatever, non-linear, whatever it is. The filmmaking was good, but I don't know. I think if you watch that movie in order, like if they put everything in order and you watched it, you'd be like, this is kind of dumb. The gimp scene's kind of shocking the first time you see it, but then it's not. But we get them immune to stuff like that, so as we get darker and darker. Anyway, y'all have a good weekend. Giddy.